Hello everyone, it's me, Lola Javon, back for another weekly edition of the vlog, which is the video version of my written blog that you can find over at www.lolajavon.com. Today we're talking about this piece, which is called Choose Your Bread and Company. It's 18 by 24 inches and it's on a wood panel. It's oil on a wood panel, and it's about 3/4 of an inch deep. You can hang it as it is. There will be hanging wire on it, or you can frame it. And stay tuned to the end and I'll show you some images of this picture framed so you can see what it might look like. But let's talk about what I've chosen to go with this piece. What women wander? Not many, all, a few, most would now and then, and no wonder. Some, and I'm one, wander sitting still. My small grandmother bought from every peddler less for the ribbons and lace than for their scent. Of sleep where you will, walk out when you want, choose your bread and your company. And that is from a poem by Marie Ponsat. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. The incredible sensation of freedom and independence fostered by choice. Be it the path you wander, the bread you eat, or the company you choose, the right to choose is something I hold on to fiercely, because women didn't always have choices. I love the idea of Marie's words, wandering, sitting still, which is similar to wandering in the paint, which is where I live most days. I hold on fiercely to my right to wander from one medium to another, one style to another, one substrate, one genre, one inspiration to a whole other realm of museness. I made that up. Don't pin me down, don't make me settle, don't slow my roll, though I might stop for a hot buttered roll fresh from the oven. A traditional art proverb says, you must study the masters, but guard the original style that beats within your soul. Even the right to choose one metaphorical arm tied behind my back when creating is an option I value, the right to choose less. And so here we are at the art. Why the quote about studying the masters? Some months ago, my dear friend, and she's also a writing coach, Thea Fiore Bloom, shared with me her favorite painting, which is called The Chestnut Gatherers by Georges Lacombe. And here's an image of that. In a tradition I learned years ago when I was part of a gallery in Charlotte, North Carolina, I decided this was the piece I would skew this year. I have skewed the masters many times in the past, including this piece called A Murder Most Foul, which is skewing The Death of Marat by Jacques Louis David. Here's that one. This was part of the chicken challenge between my artist husband and myself, so I had to add a foul. In the past, I have recreated the painting I was skewing in some way and then added a twist. But for this year's challenge, I wanted to reinvent the painting in my own style and in my own color palette, a bold reinvention of the original, using color and style influences of painters like Diebenkorn, Fritz Scholder, my personal favorite, and also Frank Frazetta. His color work is just incredible. I created today's piece highlighting the community of women, the concept of gathering, and suffused it with a little bit of sass from Ponsat's poem. I'm quite tickled with the result. And just a reminder, you can still grab your copy of the new book, Monstrous, along with the Fairy Tale Survival Kit at waywardbooks.com. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. I hope you'll go over to my website, www.lolajavon.com, subscribe, so you'll never miss a bit of malarkey. See you next week. Bye.